Okay, so there are many different approaches to learn guitar, but in my opinion the best way is to play songs. In this video I want to share my philosophy about getting good at, and most importantly, understanding the guitar. Learning a lot of different songs will quickly develop your musical understanding, and also it's a lot more fun than endlessly practicing scales and music theory. You may wonder how playing a lot of tunes will do that, so here we go. We do it all the time. We're listening to our favorite band and want to play a song that we like. We go on YouTube, search some lessons or get some tabs and take a few hours to get the song down. Then over the next few days we slowly build up speed to play along the original recording. While this is all good and valid and makes you enjoy playing an instrument, it's a big mistake to stop at this point. To actually improve your musical understanding of the guitar, you have to take it one step further. You have to understand what you just learned on the guitar. If you invest a little more time in each song you learn, you do not only get an understanding of the song, but more important, you get an understanding of the guitar. Here's a quick video from John Mayer explaining the benefits of learning guitar this way. Here we go.
If anybody was asking for advice on how to sort of find the promised land for themselves on the guitar, my advice might sound a little unfun, but it's that everything you learn the thing that is the building block for the thing you just learned. And that might be scales, you know, instead of just parts of songs. Trace back why you like the thing and learn the thing that made the thing you like, and you will be 5 times better every time you do that. So whatever you learn is the tip of the iceberg. Dive underwater and find the rest of the iceberg, and you can rip me off in more fundamental ways. And I mean this. Learn the rest of it, and then you can always play with that vocabulary. So everything you learn why, and then reverse engineer it and do it every time you want. I always learned a lick, I learned what the root was. What's the root? You can put the lick in any key. You'll start developing your own theory. If you do that, you won't need to learn music theory because you will be teaching yourself a really relative understanding of the guitar.
So, you see the point he makes there? You have to learn the building blocks, finding the rest of the iceberg, as he calls it. You will develop a relative understanding of the guitar and be able to play with that vocabulary from now on. As John states, you don't even have to learn music theory with this approach. I slightly disagree here. In my opinion, with basic knowledge about scales and chords, you can much easier reverse engineer songs this way. So, why does understanding the guitar matter? You learn the fretboard, the scales and the chords in a fun way. With every song you learn and analyze, you expand your musical knowledge. Let's get a quick practical example of how you can learn the building blocks of the song. We just watched John Mayer. Let's take one of his most popular songs, Gravity. The basic chords are G major, C major. If you play the first lick, you may notice that this is part of the C major scale, or C major pentatonic. Next, there's this little lick here. This is a E minor pentatonic, but we are in the key of G. So in the key of G, the E minor pentatonic is a G major pentatonic because it's a relative major. You can see it better here. I start on E for the normal E pentatonic. But if I take a G, G major as the root, after this lick, he's playing. He puts his thumb on the root, the G, and hammers into the G chord. You can imagine it as if he's sliding from the second to fourth fret. This gives you a relative understanding of this part, so you can play with that. So here are my three components. Understanding a song. At first, figure out what key the song is in, which is very often the first chord you play in the verse or intro riffs. Second, I figure out or learn the chord progression for the different part of the songs. For example, the verse, the chorus or the bridge. Last, I find the scale or sometimes multiple scales which are used in the song. For example, for specific riffs or in the solo. So when I got these three things down, I go through the song from front to back and figure out what was done there, how the building blocks of the song work. Here's another example of learning new building blocks to expand your vocabulary of the guitar. Let us just say you have a song consisting of C, D, These are the chords for the verse. In the intro, this riff is starting. What are these licks? They sound a lot like the chord from the verse. These are the chords, but played in different shapes and frets in arpeggiated versions. This is our C, because it's just shifted 12 frets up, 1 octave. The second G is played in the A shape. We have our G here in the root. Here we have our A shape from A in the bass to G in the bass. So we can use our index finger. The last chord, D, which we play this way, which also is just a normal D shape, just 1 octave higher. We bar our index finger here and our middle finger here. We have our D major, just 1 octave higher. Together, this is another great example. Now you can play chords in multiple ways over the fretboard. And for example, if you write a song, you don't have just to use open chords, but you know, I can start my song like this, for example. This gives you a lot more variety. Of course, every person is different and there are many approaches to learn guitar. but the strategy of learning the building blocks of a specific song is a really good way, because you learn new vocabulary and get a relative understanding of the guitar. In the end, it makes you a better player and musician. So, there you have it. Please let me know in the comments if you also practice and learn the guitar this way, or do you have a different strategy? Write it down in the comments below. This is Robert Lenton. See you next time. Bye.